Thank you. As a professional speaker, magician, and performer, today you're getting 2 out of 3 of those. I'll leave it up to you to figure out which 2. How many of you have either had a magic mentor or have been a magic mentor? May I see your hands? Great, excellent, thank you. Let's talk about how important mentoring is to the art of magic, because magic is an art form, despite what Master Payne says. At the age of 12, I met Bill Brundell. Bill did all the old classics of magic, the razor blades, fire eating, the visible sawing in half, and that was in his school show. No lie. From the moment he walked out on stage, you knew Bill was a magician. He was an incredible showman. He taught me it's not what you do, but how you do it that makes all the difference in your show. Bill mentored me by being a friend, by leading by example. During one of our many conversations, he gave me practical advice about managing money. He said 1/3 you save, 1/3 you live on, and the other 1/3 you put back into the show. I have found when I follow Bill's advice about managing money, things always seem to go better. When you're on the receiving end of advice, you need to decide what works for you. At a convention with Bill once, I made the mistake of leaving my fiance with his wife. "Don't marry a magician, honey," she told my fiance. "You'll never have health insurance or money." Thankfully, Debbie ignored that and married me. She says it's been 10 of the happiest years of her life. We've been married 22. Great mentors literally pour positivity into our lives. I was only 12 when I started performing and easily discouraged. I heard about a magician named Sammy Smith. My mom drove me to see one of Sammy's shows, and we became friends. Over the years, Sammy's positive advice has encouraged me to keep growing and improving as a performer in person. Sammy has taught me many important things about performing. He taught me timing, the importance of delivery, the power of pausing. The kinds of things you learn in front of a live audience, not by posting a magic video on YouTube. Once after a run of 600 shows, Sammy asked me, "So what did you learn?" I said, "I learned I didn't charge the park enough." I learned always to be grateful and generous. One night as I was packing up, Sammy suggested that I give one of my DVDs to the janitor. Why would I do that? I thought, but I gave it to him anyway, and as his face lit up, I realized the importance of showing generosity to everyone. Now, great mentors know when it's time to pass the wand. Sammy's mentoring followed me to college. That's where I met FELIX Sanders. FELIX was, during the 30s, 40s, and 50s, the leading African-American magician in this country. FELIX told Sammy he didn't want to meet me. Sammy told him I had a car. FELIX changed his mind. FELIX and I would talk for hours on end. These conversations usually took place when I was driving him from the nursing home to a Goodwill store to search for treasures, or to any old place that he wanted to go. FELIX taught me about life on the road, making friends with everyone, losing those you love, how not to retire, and the importance of keeping a sense of humor. Sammy brought FELIX to a local show of mine at a local church. Upon arriving, the pastor said to me, "Oh, is your program tonight?" I did my show for an audience of 6 people, 3 of which were me, FELIX, and Sammy. Afterwards, FELIX came up to me, an upset, embarrassed 19-year-old kid. He said, "Well, you can't play ball without a team." Here I am with 2 of my mentors, FELIX and Sammy. FELIX is no longer with us. I miss his friendship and his wisdom. With FELIX, I learned the importance of planning, preparation, and promotion, so that more than 6 people come to your show. I learned the art of magic transcends all social and cultural differences to unite us all. You see, mentors can be found anywhere, even in your own backyard. While in college in Nashville, I kept hearing about a puppeteer and performer named Steve Pennington. Steve had his own successful show called Pro Kids. I learned that Steve's office was just a block from campus. I knew I needed to seek him out, and I did. He finally came to a local elementary school, and it was an incredible variety show that entertained and inspired with uplifting messages, the kind of show that I realized I wanted to do. And so I helped the Pro Kids offices, sweeping floors, organizing props, you name it. Over the next 4 years, Steve and I became good friends, and our working friendship continues to this day, more than 25 years later. Believing in someone can make all of the difference. Steve saw how passionate I was, and so he took me under his wing and he taught me every aspect of performing. He taught me the importance of scripting and directing. He helped me find myself, my own style of performing in the busyness of the show. But most of all, Steve believed in me. His mentoring gave me the tools to turn my passions into a full-time career. Mentors can help you at every stage in your career. I can only describe how I first connected with FELIX SNIPES as magical. See, they're excited about it too. It happened through Sammy Smith. FELIX and I became fast friends, but it was several years before our mentor-student relationship began. You see, he was one busy magician. For over 15 years, FELIX's show was booked 4 years in advance. In other words, how would it be for you to be so busy that your next open show date isn't until 2020? So FELIX became my mentor. By the time he did that, I already had the show thing down, right? But FELIX saw room for improvement. And like all great mentors, he showed me how to further refine my mission and take my passion to a whole new level. Mentors inspire us for life. What he taught me continues to fuel my passion for the art of magic. Ironically, FELIX never taught me a trick, but he did teach me that tricks and fame will fade and the wand will be broken. But in the end, it's the time we spend with friends and family is what matters most. Our legacy lies with the people we love. Now, this old envelope isn't much to look at, but it's one of my most treasured possessions. I found it in FELIX's office after his passing. It was mailed December 18th, 1977, a letter from Fete Sanders to FELIX Snipes, sent long before I ever knew either one of these great men. This letter now hangs in my office. It reminds me of each day how small the circle is in the art of magic. Over the years, these 5 mentors, these 5 men, have taught me things that literally changed the course of my life. They taught me how to be not just a better performer, but a better person, a better father, a better friend. But more importantly, they taught me how to believe in myself. That's what being a mentor is all about. So you see, the presentation today wasn't so much about these men as it was about what they shared with me. They took time to teach a young magician all of these things. They taught me how to be a better magician, performer, father, human being. They taught me you can't play ball without a team. So I encourage you to go home and join someone's team. Thanks.